Hello everybody. Today we're going to be looking at biography, and once again I have gone to the State Library of Victoria. As you can see, it's a very similar text to the Eureka Stockade. It's on the well-known figure of the Eureka Stockade, Peter Lalor, and you can see down the left-hand side links to bushrangers, law enforcement, fight for rights, colonial Melbourne, etc. Features of a biography. First of all, if it's a text written about someone's life and it's written in fairly formal language, there are connectives that help you move from time passages as you read through. It's written in the past tense and it's in chronological order. And the time connectives help that. The text is split into paragraphs, as you can see, pretty much looking at the main areas in Peter Lalor's life and the events, significant events. There are dates, there are to tell us about where and when an event happened. There's a picture of Peter Lalor and some other characters beneath him, and there are captions. And this biography also contains a personal account from someone who witnessed the stockade. So let's begin. Peter Lalor was an Irish migrant who led the rebellion of the Eureka Stockade. In his early days, he was relatively disinterested in politics, but the Eureka Rebellion sparked a passion for justice that began his political career. That opening paragraph pretty much is a good overview of Peter Lalor. He was born in Ireland in 1827, and Lalor migrated to Australia in 1852 and headed to the Ballarat goldfields in 1854. Now, may I say, thousands of people came from all over the world to the goldfields of Victoria, and Peter Lalor was just one of them. Although aware of the growing resentment toward the government's laws regarding diggers, Lalor was initially not involved with the miners' rebellions, so that tells us that he knew that there were problems, but at this stage he wasn't getting involved. However, on the 29th of November 1854, 12,000 diggers met under the Southern Cross flag, pledging to unite in protest against the unfair laws they faced. They actually swore an oath on the flag. The next day, with none of the regular spokesmen present, Lalor reluctantly stepped up as leader, rallying the miners and calling on them to arm themselves for battle. According to one observer, Lalor, now you can see this is a quote, it's written in a different font, and the quote is from a digger from the stockade by the name of Raffaello Carboni. So Lalor knelt down, the head uncovered, and with right hand pointing to the standard, that's the flag, exclaimed in a measured tone, and this is quoting from Lalor, "We swear by the Southern Cross to stand truly by each other, to defend our rights and liberties." A universal, well-rounded Amen was the determined reply. And if I just press the source, Sorry about that. You can see that the source has been verified by the Australian National University. I just thought I'd show you that. Just bear with. Sorry about that. Although the diggers were overpowered by the stronger, better armed police and military, Layla escaped with a wound to his arm, which he later had to be amputated. A reward was posted for information leading to his arrest, but no one claimed it. There was enormous public sympathy for the miners' cause and Layla's heroism in leading them at such odds. So this is really where he was claimed as a hero for his gallantry. After the Eureka miners were later acquitted meaning pardoned or let go, Layla went on to take a seat in the Victorian Upper House, continuing to fight for the rights of the miners and the common working class. However, Layla's political stance could be viewed as inconsistent. So the Upper House in the Victorian Parliament is where the decisions are finally made into law. And also the sentence, however, Layla's political stance could be viewed as inconsistent, is an opinion. It's not really based on much fact. He supported protection of local industry, but was also an advocate of assisted immigration. He supported land reforms and also advocated the sale of land to the wealthy middle class, instead of working class men who lacked the money to fully develop it. So he was really on about bringing more and more migrants into the country to help with the development of the young Australia. His conflicting stances made him unpopular with some members of Parliament, but he continued his career until 1887, when his wife and daughter died shortly after one another that year. Layla lost the heart for politics and resigned. He died 2 years later. So, quite an eventful life in this biography. Also, you can see tags, links, and that article on the Eureka Stockade we've already looked at on Wednesday. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at a most important figure in Australian colonial history, Peter Laylaw. Thanks, everyone.